Okay, you can't see me right now, but what I'm doing is I'm looking at my phone. Right now, it is 9:06 p.m. on July 13th, 2025. Okay, I didn't think we would make it this far without an official reveal for the new Battlefield game. And this is a very strange Battlefield reveal cycle compared to previous games in the franchise. And that's kind of saying a lot because I feel like 2042's was pretty weird as well. This time around, we have all seen literal hours of footage for the new game, and we don't even know what it's called yet. But that seems like it's all about to change because yesterday a screenshot started circling around of an email invite for a Battlefield reveal party event scheduled for late July / early August. So we're going to go over that in today's video, and yes, we will briefly talk about classes at the end. Okay, I've made like 3 videos on this class debate at this point. I've talked about it on stream. I'm kind of running out of things to say about it, but we will touch on it, don't worry. But hey, real quick, if you're enjoying the content around here and you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I know everyone says that, but it does truly help me out a lot. I'm a big old Battlefield fan. Okay, it's my favorite franchise of all time. It's pretty much the only game I play, so if you enjoy that, definitely stick around while we wait for Battlefield 6. Okay, the screenshot, I'm gonna show it to you guys right now on screen, but this got posted literally everywhere yesterday on Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, insert any social media you can think of, it was there. Now, first off, I know what you're thinking. It says release party at the top. It's probably just either a typo or whoever the person was at Stack Up that wrote the top section just kind of read EA's message as release, not reveal. So I don't think that hurts the credibility of this, to be honest. If you do, that's fine. I think it's probably just a misunderstanding or misreading of EA's message. But on that note, let's read the message. Stack Up at Battlefield release party. Okay, Stack Up has the opportunity to bring military veterans out to Ripple Effect Studio for their reveal event and party for the upcoming Battlefield game. The dates are to be determined, but appear to be sometime in late July or early August. Now, this window of possible dates for the event is pretty interesting and would make a lot of sense for 2 reasons. Number 1, EA is having their next earnings call on July 29th, having this call at a similar time to when you reveal the new Battlefield game, which seems to be EA's like main focused project at the moment, would definitely hype up the investors and the shareholders and would give them a lot to talk about. Obviously, there are other EA games that are going on, but the next Battlefield game is clearly the most anticipated EA game at the moment. And then second, I never really covered this at the time because I honestly kind of thought it was bullshit, to be honest with you guys. But there was a claim a month or so ago from some dude named TBOVIG. I don't know if that's how you say it. Maybe some of you guys know him. Maybe he's a content creator. I'm not sure. I've personally never heard of this guy. He had shared a screenshot in a Discord server where he claimed he received an invite to go play the new Battlefield game at an event at the end of July, and that this event was in Los Angeles, which, funny enough, Ripple Effect is in Los Angeles. That's an old DICE LA team. So a lot of people thought this was fake. Some people said it was debunked. Others said it was just a harmless joke. So I didn't really pay attention to it, to be honest. But with this new screenshot that came out yesterday, it's making what this TBO guy was saying here seem a lot more credible. Let's continue reading this email though. So from EA, at this event in Los Angeles later this summer, you'll be among a select group of fans, creators, and press who get to see the live reveal of the latest entry in this landmark FPS series. Come out to immerse yourself in this brand new Battlefield, watch creators and influencers play the new game, grab brand new Battlefield swag, and stay to enjoy the food and drinks. We're looking for red shirts to join us for the event. Community members of Stack Up may fill out this form to show their interest in attending. If selected, you will need to be able to make it out to Los Angeles on your own. Yikes, EA. Can't even pay for some veterans to get out to your Battlefield release party. What a bunch of cheap asses. But yeah, pretty cool. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This seems super legit to me, and the reason I feel that this is legit is because I went and did some research on this group that keeps being mentioned named Stack Up. So Stack Up is a military charity supporting US and allied active duty and veterans mental health through the power of gaming and geek culture. I'm kind of just reading off their website right now, to be honest, but this is a really cool organization. I highly encourage you guys to go check it out after the video. They host fundraisers, they have a ton of cool programs, they got content creation, the whole shebang, and it's all centered on taking care of military veterans and bringing them together with gaming. And that's fucking awesome. So my point with that is I would highly doubt that some kind of screenshot coming from these guys would be faked. Also, inviting this kind of organization to your Battlefield reveal party makes a ton of sense. First off, the obvious one, it's a war game. But the second, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while ago, and when I say a while ago, I mean a while ago, bro, like over a year or so ago, there were some articles coming out about the fact that DICE and EA were hiring military veterans to help design the new Battlefield game. And yeah, besides EA being absolute cheap ass scumbags, I respect them reaching out to an organization like this. Of course, if it's real, which again, I do think it's real. What's also interesting is the fact that they talk about watching creators and influencers playing the game during the event. So we're probably going to get a good amount of gameplay, especially if it spans over the course of 3 days, which is what this TBO guy has been claiming in a screenshot. And this reminds me a lot of the Battlefield 1 reveal event when they had a bunch of content creators like Jack Frags. I even think Snoop Dogg was out there smoking a blunt and playing Battlefield 1, which based, if you ask me. But if this ends up being the case, that's exciting because Battlefield sorely needs another community-oriented event like this where they show off the game in proper fashion. And I highly doubt these guys are going to be playing a playtest version of the game, which means they're most likely going to be playing a closed beta, if I had to guess. And recent leaks have pointed to the fact that the term open beta has been found in the API for Battlefield Labs. So I'm curious if there's going to be like an open beta right around the corner after the reveal event, or even possibly during the event personally. And honestly, I would love to be proven wrong on this, but my guess is there will be a reveal event with content creators playing the game and then an open beta a couple weeks after the reveal. If my memory serves me correctly, that's what they did with Battlefield 1, and I don't think they would invite people to participate in this event to play the game if there was an open beta that anyone could stream from home, you know? And look, I'm just as impatient as you guys. I want to play this new Battlefield, so I hope I'm wrong, but my gut tells me the open beta will probably be mid-August or so. And to wrap up the video, yes, let's talk classes real quick. Okay, DICE did come out with a part 2 to their class system blog. You guys have probably all seen it by now. I'm a bit late to be honest, but if you haven't, pretty much they doubled down on the universal weapons for the new Battlefield game. The most notable adjustments they made, however, were to the Assault and Engineer class. So for Assault, they took away the Adrenaline Shot's ability to heal, and instead they limited it to increasing sprint speed, resistance to flash and stun grenades, and then amplifying enemy footsteps. They also somewhat mentioned removing the dreaded dual primaries that we have been seeing in the leaks from Battlefield Labs. And at first, with the way they worded this, it did not give me much confidence, because in the post it says removing Assault's ability to carry 2 signature weapons, not 2 primary weapons. So my first reaction to that was not, oh yay, Assault can't carry 2 assault rifles. It was, wait a second, can Assault still carry 2 primaries? Why is no one talking about this? They can still carry 2 primaries, it's just they can't carry 2 signature primaries, right? This is still completely busted, but Total FPS, who is the community manager for Battlefield, did seem to clear it up in some of his responses to some Redditors by claiming that carrying primary weapons will no longer be tested in Battlefield Labs. But it's still kind of vague to me, even when you read his response, because he says, i.e. 2 assault rifles. Like, if anyone at DICE is listening to this, please hear me out. When I say 2 primaries in general is a terrible idea, whether that's 2 assault rifles or an assault rifle and a shotgun, or an SMG and a carbine. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense in a Battlefield game. It's hard to balance. It wouldn't be used in the way you guys hoped it would. All this would end up doing is creating assault class god players who create the best assault rifle build in the game and match that with either an LMG or a sniper rifle for long range. and it would be an absolute mess. So please, let's just get back to the basics, okay? Please. Assault does not need 2 primaries to be effective, and I'm happy that they seem to be walking that decision back. The engineer class also got its ability to dual wield launchers removed, which again, thank God, that was a very interesting design choice to say the least. Maybe they wanted to give engineers the ability to combat land and air vehicles simultaneously by carrying an RPG for land and maybe a lock-on launcher for air, but that removes the importance of your decision when choosing which kind of launcher to carry when running engineer. So I'm glad they realized that this was like way too explosive of a combo and they took this out as well. Personally, it's getting to the point with me with this whole class debate where, look, dude, I just want the game to be good. Okay, look, if you've been watching my content, you know I am generally an advocate for a weapon-locked class system. I think it's the easiest way to appease everyone. When you go back and you look at Battlefield 3's class system, everything just seemed to work, okay? Like everyone who wants universal weapons would end up just playing the class with their favorite gun anyways, and wouldn't affect them. It doesn't really make a difference. And even contrary to my personal bias, leaving the classes unlocked like this, I don't believe it would automatically make the game bad. Now, I will say I think it wouldn't play as good. I just think there's a reason why almost every Battlefield game in franchise history has locked weapons, but at the end of the day, I will play the game no matter what, okay? It's not a complete deal breaker for me. My biggest worry though with this class system, everything just seems really confusing. Like there are so many layers to this class system that I feel will go unappreciated because there's no real identity for what this class system is trying to be. It's this strange hybrid of locked and unlocked with the signature weapons, and if the goal is to bring in new players into the franchise, I don't think this is the best way to do it. To me, Battlefield 3's system is very easy to understand and grasp, and it allows new players to find their favorite class quickly. The Battlefield 6 system, on the other hand, has a bunch of layers and depth to it, which for some players I think could be kind of cool, but for most new players, I feel it's going to be kind of overwhelming and cause frustration. And look, at the end of the day, I just want a good game, man, okay? We just need a good Battlefield game again. I do think locking the weapons to classes would look great from an optics standpoint when it comes to listening to community feedback and giving us what we want, but if they don't, it doesn't mean the game will automatically suck or play like 2042. 2042 was bad for a numerous amount of reasons that we're not going to get into it right now, but universal weapons was not the only reason 2042 was a poor Battlefield game. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Do you think there will be an open beta during the reveal event? Do you find this screenshot credible or not? And are we cooked with the class system, boys? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. And if you made it this far in the video, I truly do appreciate you sticking around to the end. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next one, my name is Sam. Hope you have a good one. Bye.